Hi everyone, in this video I will show you the principles of nutrition for gaining muscle mass. If you want to gain muscle mass, your task is to understand the principles of nutrition. Principle number 1 is a fixed number of meals. I would eat 4 to 5 times a day, but let's stop at 4. Principle number 2, each meal consists of protein, at least 30 grams of protein. We need protein, especially if we are gaining, we always need it. So the first thing we cover is the required amount of protein. The required amount of protein is 1.5 to 2 grams per body weight. For example, a person weighs 70 kg, which means he must eat at least 105 grams of protein. When we have 4 meals a day, protein is necessarily present in each meal. Therefore, if you have an average of 30 to 40 grams of protein for each meal, we will easily cover the amount of protein we need. Protein is necessary to not lose muscle, to maintain it, to build new ones, and of course to prevent the body from burning muscle when there is a deficit. Protein is the first thing that is necessary. This is the second principle. The third principle is that we remove all flour and sugar from our diet. Why these two things? Because if you remove these two, you immediately understand that all the extra calories that you get often come only from them. This is something floury and sugar. All the extra calories come from these two things. These are donuts, these are candies, these are cookies, pizza, buns. Sugar and flour are two sources of extra calories that often do nothing but harm to the body, so we remove them. At the same time, we do not remove them completely. Does this mean that we cannot eat a slice of pizza? There is no point in giving up pizza for life. It makes sense to eat pizza once a week. It is reasonable to allow yourself a cheat meal once a week, but it is very important to understand 80 to 20. If you go through 100 days of nutrition perfectly, from products of different quality and suitability, then you have the opportunity to devote 10 to 20% of the days of nutrition to some kind of fun. Implementing the third principle and 4 meals a day, each of which contains protein and you do not have the opportunity to get into added sugar. These are quality meals. All that remains for you is quality. Is it possible to get calories from junk food? Of course you can. If you have eaten enough protein, carbs, fats, but you don't have enough calorie surplus, you can still get calories from junk food, but you need to understand the long-term effect. Since you are not trying to gain a lot of weight in a month, all these diets will affect your body and health. Yes, it will help you gain weight, but what effect would it have on your health? You need to find a way to get calories with adequate nutrition. For example, you can eat protein cookies without sugar, a minimum of ingredients, a maximum of natural. That's it guys, these were all the principles of nutrition. Remember about strength training and recovery, this is just important. Thank you guys for watching, bye everyone.